Hey girls, welcome to another episode of High Energy Girl. On today's show, we talk to the adorable Cristiana Biasutta from Italy. How cool is that we are having national girls on the show and we can make new friends across the world and learn different words of wisdom to apply to our lives to age younger. So on today's show, we talk about the power of happiness, awakening your joy, and the different types of food in Italy. So please, let's go say hi to Cristiana. Welcome to High Energy Girl, a podcast helping women to age stronger because it is never too late to get fit, be strong, and feel sexy. I'm your host, Tracy Gluheich, health coach and personal trainer, and founder of highenergygirl.com. Each week, we will either have a guest interview, which will provide you an actionable tip to help you age stronger, or I will do a solo episode that we will have a fun challenge for the month. Please also join our Facebook group, High Energy Girls. Looking forward to seeing you on the inside. Hope you enjoy the show. Give a woman a fish, feed her for a day. Teach a woman to fish, feed her for a lifetime. Teach a woman to fish, end world hunger. Have you ever wanted to help people improve their health journey? Have you thought about coaching people with a keto lifestyle? Would you like to become an integrative health coach? Well, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, or IIN as we call it, is the largest nutrition school in the country. And in 2011, I graduated from their program and became a health coach. It was completely awesome. We learned over 100 different dietary theories and talk about craziness and confusion. My wish for you is that we can lock arms and create a tribe of health coaches all around the country, all around the world to spread the keto message. If this resonates with you and you would like to look into this option deeper, please go to my blog at highenergygirl.com and click on the link to the right of the homepage. Here you can grab the curriculum guide and see if it inspires you. Since I care so much about my listeners, I negotiated the very best tuition rate for you at IIN. Either you can contact them directly and give them my name, or I will introduce you to a counselor so you can decide if this is a good fit for you and your career goals. Let me know how I can support you in this coaching career opportunity. Hey, Cristiana, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Tracy, for inviting me.
I'm really excited to hear from you and hear your story, hear your wisdom, and have our listeners just glean some advice from you. So why don't you start off by telling them just a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So as you can probably hear, I have an accent. It means that I'm Italian, but I lived in the US for 12 years. I was born and raised in Italy, and then when I was about 30 years old, I moved for work to the Seattle area. And I was supposed to be there for 2 years, and I ended up staying there for 12 years.
Wow.
My husband is Italian, so and we have 2 kids there. And then I really loved being there, but I felt the need to come back home so my kids could really have a deeper connection with my family, especially with our moms and the cousins, and also for the awesome food that we have in Italy. So we moved back to Italy, and we are now in the Tuscany area in Lucca, close to Florence. When I was in the US, I really loved getting great connection with people from all around the world. It's something that you really have in the US, and it's amazing. I love connecting with people. And then I fell in love with coaching there. So I got my life coaching certification, and after that I got my health coaching certification from IIN. And so now I'm in Italy, but still coaching and enjoying life.
Awesome. And when did you finish the IIN program?
I was 2012.
Okay, so you were just 1 year after me. I was 2011.
Okay, yeah, awesome. I really love the program. Really love Joshua and the message. Yeah.
I was just telling somebody the other day that I was lucky enough to actually meet him for tea in San Francisco.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, there was about 10 of us, I guess, maybe 15 at this big long table, and I always get everywhere early, and so I was there first. So he sat like right next to me, and
Wow.
he was
You just got
so
goosebumps.
I just got the vibe, and you know how he is so like soft. He was
Yeah.
silly, but he was very stoic, and he said something that will never that really changed me was healer, heal thyself, and so I painted that in my kitchen above my kitchen sink.
Yeah. And that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was
What an
cool.
amazing experience you had. Yeah. Because he has such a charismatic personality and he shares his message in a wonderful way. And through the video, you can feel his energy. So how lucky you got the vibration in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. And so I painted that in the kitchen. I look at it always because every time I
Yeah.
make a choice, I need to remember, am I healing myself or am I hurting
Yes.
myself?
Yeah. It's really, it's something that I will steal from you. I will
Go for it. It wasn't
write it. Yes.
mine.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So what about health? Like what about, aging and just wellness are you the most passionate about right now?
Uh, First thing is what you put in your mouth. Food, really clean food, and water. First of all, is water. I think it's the well-kept secret. If you really hydrate your body, not just with water, but with juice too and fruit, then you age better too. You have more energy. Because I think that 80% of people, they don't know it, but they are dehydrated. So, and you can see it. Aging is in your. If you start drinking more water in a month, you will notice that your skin is much more clearer and softer. So you age better.
How much water do you drink a day?
Oh, it's in liter though.
That's okay. I
It's
do liters.
okay. It's about 2 liters, 2.5 a day.
Okay. Okay. I usually do about 4 a day.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've already had 2 liters today and it's 8 a.m. here.
wonderful. I do the water and then I have the juices too. So I'm not really counting the juices.
Oh, what
But
kind of
4 liters
juice?
is um, the one that I love the most now is beetroot, oranges, carrots, and ginger. It's really good. Have you ever tried the combination?
No, I haven't. This morning I did ginger, turmeric,
Mm,
cilantro, parsley,
mm.
beet greens. What's that one fennel
Yeah.
and lemon and lime.
Wow. A lot of things. Good. I'll try it. Another one is just celery juice. Now I'm reading all the books of the medical medium Anthony Williams, and it's all about celery juice because apparently it's really really hydrating and really good for stomach. And so
Oh.
that is, I mean, you really need to get used to the taste. I'm drinking it, but my kids don't, and they do the other ones that I create because they are a little bit sweeter than the celery. But I recommend you to try and see what you think. I would love to know what you think about just the celery.
Just the taste of it, you mean, or the way you feel after?
The way you feel after, yeah. Because it's really hydrating that, and for the skin, you see the results really quickly.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, yes,
Like
and
what?
I recommend you feel it's really you can see the difference is a lot smoother. And when, I mean, I'm not 30 years old anymore, right? So I'm 44, and unfortunately, you can see that every year is different. I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't have uh, bad skin, but I can feel the difference from when I was 20 or 30. And it's with the celery juice, it becomes plump. How do you say? More.
Plump? That's
It
a
ha-
word.
yes, yes, that's the word. I was not sure about it. Yeah, that's the word. Yes. But let me know if you try, let me know if it works for you too.
Okay, because I'm 53, and so my skin is really, like a little saggy and, like I've
Yeah.
got some fine lines and wrinkles. So I definitely will try it.
Okay, let me know. Let me know.
Okay, cool. I will. That will be my next juice concoction. I have one more day's worth of veggies to do this one, and then I'm just going to buy celery, and it's
Okay.
way easier. Plus, celery, yeah, it doesn't go bad as quickly as these
No,
herbs.
it's true. It's true.
Awesome. Okay. I'll also look up the research. So tell me what else you incorporate in your, like when you're working with people, what do you tend to focus on to help women?
In terms of health, you mean, or in the life coaching business?
My dear, it is whatever is in your heart.
Okay, so what I really help women do is reconnect with their intuition and with their soul. My business name is Whispering Out Loud, and I call it like that because the whisper is the whisper of our soul, is the little voice that we all have inside, but sometimes we are sidetracked or we don't trust it. And so, through the work that I do with my clients, especially women, I just help them reconnect and trust their intuition so they can live a fuller and happier, more joyful life.
Aw, I love that. So,
Thank you.
so how would a person like really focus and connect with that intuition?
Well, there are different tools that I suggest my clients to use. But mostly, we just need to find a daily connection with ourselves. And so it can be whatever can work for people. For me, journaling works very well. For other people, meditation works well, or walking the dog, or do whatever. Even swimming can work. But finding the time every day to just don't have interaction with other people, but just with yourself. And then look for the signs. And if you have a thought that comes up, just go with it. And also sometimes I just tell my clients an example. So if, for instance, you are driving and a little voice comes and says, just turn left instead of right, and you're used to turn right every day, but that day just try to trust the voice and turn left, and maybe you find a new shortcut and you find new scenery that really nourishes your soul. And so just trust and do a little thing differently, and trust and see what comes up for you.
I like it. I really like that whole idea of just writing in the journal. Like that's something I'm trying to create as a habit. And I
Yeah.
bought a new journal for this year, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write in it. And like I can tell you right now, I don't even know where it
Yeah.
is. I can't. So when is the best time do you recommend people writing?
I think that this is another thing that you need to find out for yourself, because some people they are morning people, some other people they don't just function in the morning. So for me, I'm not a morning people. I mean, I had to become a morning people when I had kids, but I don't really function. And so I need to wait around 10 a.m. to just do my daily connection with myself. But journaling, normally, yeah, either in the morning or before going to bed. But the important thing is that you can have 15, 20 minutes just for yourself, even during lunch break. If you have a solitary moment for yourself, or if you don't have a solitary moment, just put your headset and listen to some music. For me, it really has. For some other people, maybe it doesn't. But find your way and experiment. Experimenting, I think, is the key, because maybe you can say, oh, meditation is not for me, because maybe you try it for 3 days and then you don't get anywhere. So just be consistent and experiment until you find the thing that really nourishes you and work for you.
I love that because I'm the type that I've tried meditation for quite a while, and for
Yeah,
whatever reason, I just can't stick with it.
yeah, me neither.
I think I have too much energy. Like I'm too hyper just to sit there. So what I'm doing now is qigong. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Oh, yes. I have one of my best friends. She's in the US and she's a teacher. She's a qigong teacher. So she also came to visit me, and we had a session, and we were doing qigong in my living room. I really like that. Yes. And for me, that I have to do it in the evening because it relaxes me so much that if I do it in the morning, then I cannot do anything else.
Oh, yeah. See, I do it in the morning. I didn't do it this morning, but I will do it when we're finished here. But normally I do it in the morning before I like start my work day, just because I feel like I'm gathering energy from it, and I can feel the energy. And so I feel like it really helps me. And the crazy thing is I've decreased my coffee because of it.
Yeah, I believe that. Absolutely. Yes. When I do it, I feel the energy too. But for me, it's really relaxing. So I feel it in my body, but it calms me down. So everybody's different, no? So for you, it really wakes you up, and for me, just put me to sleep. But I believe that you need less coffee.
Yeah, it's helped with that because I was drinking way too much because I love the taste. I just love coffee.
Yeah, me too. I'm Italian, so.
Yeah, for Christmas, my son is like, "Will you buy me this special espresso pot for Christmas?" And I was just talking to him this morning because he lives in New York and I'm in California, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, that was the best gift ever."
I bet. Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit. There's two things I want to talk about.
Yes.
The first one is, you said that in Italy, you wanted your kids to have better food. Help us understand what that looks like.
How? I didn't get what you said.
So how is the food in Italy better than the food in the States?
Okay, sorry. Now you will laugh because I thought that my kids would have access to better food. Yes. And they do in terms of there are in Europe there are less pesticides, so there are things that are completely forbidden here. They don't use that, so it's not necessary to buy organic food to have good quality in terms of produce. I'm talking, but then there are also other things that I was not thinking about, like a lot of breads and focaccia and all the nice things that are really good carbs and pasta, and of course my kids fell in love with them, so it's not really that I achieved my goal.
But so I've heard that people in the States, they're here, they live here, they can't eat the bread here. They go to Europe and they can eat the bread.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. I cannot really tell you what's different, but I don't know if it's the yeast or the combination of the flours, the way, we just put in bread, we just put flour, water, and a little bit of salt and yeast, and that's it, right? They don't add any vitamins or any other stuff.
Preservatives.
Exactly, that they put in the US. So for instance, here I can eat bread and it doesn't affect my my stomach. I don't get bloated. Yes, even the pasta is different. We experimented, and I don't know if I can say the brand name of a pasta, but yeah, I won't. It's the most common that I found in the US. We have the same here, but it's not really the same. In the US, I couldn't have any pasta, actually. And here, I'm Italian, but I don't love pasta so much. But when I have it, it doesn't really affect me. So there is for sure something different.
That is actually true. So I have heard that if they manufacture like an American product and try to import it into Europe makes them change the recipe.
Yeah, yes.
So that makes sense. Now, with the bread in Italy, is there gluten in it?
Yeah, and compared to 10 years ago, there are so many bakeries here that they also make gluten-free bread, but it's not like it's not so common that people would ask for gluten-free.
Okay, so I wonder what it is then. I thought gluten was only in genetically modified wheat. I thought it was the protein found in the genetically modified
Yeah,
wheat.
yeah. No, I don't really have an answer for
You don't
this, but
know?
I
Okay.
know no, I know that it's different for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good thing. And then so the other thing I want to ask you about is you have something on your website about happiness.
Yes. Yeah. I just put it's a happiness assessment tool because for me, um, if I could give one advice to people is really to try to laugh more and to bring more joy in their life. So evaluating the level of happiness that it's really not just happiness, but the joy that you feel inside. If you evaluate how much joy you have in your life, then you can really understand what you can bring more in your life to have a better score if you want, because I have a quiz there. So, and there are things that you can really do. Then the first thing is really to acknowledge where you are. So um, if you know that you're kind of out of balance and you're not nurturing yourself enough, of course you're I also talk about vibration. So if you're happy, your vibrations are really high, right? If you are living a life that don't really suit you, you don't feel the high vibration. So you don't attract the good things in your life too. So that's why I start with that, and also then I have a program that it's the Awaken Your Joy, because I believe that when you are aligned with your purpose, and when you bring the things that really speak to you, then you bring joy in your life and in other people's life, because joy is contagious, happiness is contagious.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's true. See, I believe in the vibration too. Um
Okay.
yeah, I believe in the high vibration, low vibration, and
Yes.
I know it's real. It's not something I believe in. I just know it's real scientifically. And I study bioenergetics. And so
Okay.
that has
Yes.
to do with, all of the energy vibration and you can feel that. Like I was at the
Oh
grocery store
yeah.
the other day and this guy, okay, this is totally like not about happiness, but it's just about the vibe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I could feel somebody without seeing them standing directly behind me.
Wow. Yes.
And that's a vibration, right?
Oh yeah, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can feel the vibration of a place too. Today, for instance, I went for lunch to a new place that I have never been before. I went for a lunch with a friend, and you could feel really it was not the right place to be.
Ah.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, and then when I'm with new people, I need to understand if I can talk about these kind of things, because maybe they think that I'm a little bit out there, but I really feel that when I get into a place and I feel good, then it means that also the vibration in the place are really high. And when I don't feel so good, is that maybe it's not the right place for me because of that.
You don't have to feel like people are scorning you or judging you for that because you know what? It's scientifically proven. Heart
No,
math,
I know, but I and not that I care about so
good.
much, but I think about me. Yeah, but it's I like having deep conversation and deep relationships. So when I talk about these things, is really when I want to share something profound about myself too.
Yeah. Have you heard of Heart Math Institute?
Heart math? No, I haven't.
So it's in it looks like it's in California. Okay.
Mm,
So it's in California. It's in Boulder Creek, which is kind of like in the Santa Cruz Mountains area.
yes.
But they do a lot of like testing. They're like a nonprofit and they do a lot of testing about things that you'll find interesting, I believe, with vibration. And have you heard of
Yeah.
quantum entanglement?
Yes.
Okay, so you should check out their website.
Okay.
It's just
good.
heartmath.org. And but it's really trippy. They do a lot of stuff, and that's how I know that this what do you call it? The vibration and the quantum physics and all of that actually does exist.
Yeah. I know. I've been reading and studying that too for a long time. But since it's not something that it belongs to everybody. I mean, I handpick the people I can talk about this with, but my clients are all these kind of people. So
yeah, it's so cool. I mean, I find it absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyways, okay, so you have a coaching practice. Do you mostly coach in Italy, or you like do it online, or tell me about that?
So when I moved to Italy 2 years ago, I just wanted to have a practice, a local practice, but then I really missed coaching in English. So I also have clients online now because I really, really like coaching in English, maybe because I was trained in English, and it's also that your language is more direct. So there are some words that really you don't need to add so many other words to grasp the meaning, right? In Italian, we have few words to express a concept that is much more direct in English. So even when I coach my Italian clients, sometimes I just have the word in English because it has much more impact. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I do it through online, and I like it actually. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So do you do just like Zoom or Skype or something like that?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I have a guy in London, and we use WhatsApp. So anything works. Yes.
So what wisdom would you want to impart and share with our listeners?
I would say that we have all the answers inside. We just need to ask ourselves the right questions and listen, give ourselves space to really listen and connect with ourselves. We have a really, really great inner wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that sometimes we are so busy with the responsibilities of life that we don't take enough time to just stop and listen.
Yeah. Yes. But it's amazing when we do that. We know exactly what we need to do.
Yeah. How much time do you think it actually takes for a person to get benefits from just quieting their mind and listening to their intuition?
I think it's really fast. It's really fast, actually. I think that in a matter of, if you really stick to a routine of just doing it and experimenting and finding the way that really works for you, in a matter of a month or 2 months, you can really turn around your life if you need to or if you want to.
Okay. So they should just get started. It's like, why wait? To me, it would be like, okay,
yes,
we know this works. Let's just try to find the way that works best for us as individuals.
Yes. Yeah, and experimenting is fun. I mean, another thing that I see is that people are way too serious. So we just need to learn from kids. It's so easy to start just laughing for nothing. And that's the best way to raise our vibration, like we said before. And when we are in that vibration, that we are also more prone to listen to ourselves and connect to our wisdom.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, because we're all born with it. We just didn't. We don't usually take the time to tap into it.
Yes.
Right.
It's awesome. That easy.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's just like taking the time and doing it and slowing down long enough to hear. You know, it's funny because like people always say they pray for this, they pray for that, and but do you ever listen to the answer?
Exactly, yes. But we're not used to listen anymore. I mean, it's incredible whenever I go to a coffee shop or to a restaurant, I really observe people, and it's scary because they don't have a conversation. Most of the time, they're just looking at their phone, or when they have a conversation, they listen to reply, not to understand the other people. And it's really scary.
Yeah, because they're in their head.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a practice I always tell my kids. Like if they come up to me and I'm at my computer and they want to talk to me, they need to make sure that I stand up and walk away.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, because
You're
I
right.
don't
Yes.
I don't want to give them the leftovers of me. I want to give them the best of me.
Exactly. Yeah. Put away what you're doing and just connect with the person in front of you. Yes.
Yeah, somebody that was on my show that the episode just released, Randy, she said less social media and more
Yes.
social gatherings.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's cool. And you know, somebody else was saying, I can't remember who I was talking to. Yesterday, I was talking to this gal, and they have a magazine in Connecticut, and my son actually works at a magazine in New York, and their magazine is going just online, right? And she was saying she's seeing trends that people want to go back to the way it was and do less online and more back to the old days.
Yes. It's so cool. I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd much rather hold a book than anything. I don't like
Oh,
I don't know.
yes. Yeah, me too. I just had to download a book on Kindle, and it's the first book that I'm reading on Kindle because it was the waiting. I had to wait a month to get it, so I really needed to read it, but I really don't like it. I want the book.
Oh, what book is it?
It's multiple stream of cash.
Multiple Streams of Income?
Yes,
Who wrote it?
Andrea G. Lee.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one. I have
Okay.
not heard of that, but I've heard of others similar with similar titles. The only reason I ask is because I find that I love being able to like say, okay, well, what's your favorite book, you know?
Yes.
So tell us about what do you consider your healthiest habit to be, Cristiana?
As I said, was drinking water,
The
really.
water?
And also adopting a 80-20 diet, meaning that I try to have healthy food 80% of the time, but I have some guilty pleasures, and in the 20%, I leave it in the 20%. But if I want a glass of wine, I really enjoy it when I have it. Or if I go out in a nice restaurant, I just eat whatever I want to. And I think that's my healthiest. And spending time outdoor. So walking, spending time in nature.
Yeah, I love being outside. It's raining here right now, and so, you know, I don't go out as much, but I have 2 dogs, so I love taking them out on their walks.
Yeah, yes. Luckily, it's sunny here. It's really cold compared to last year, but it's sunny. It's been sunny every day, so it's beautiful.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love sunny and clear skies. I love blue
Yeah.
skies. When they get cloudy, it's like if you're cloudy, you might as well rain. You know?
Yeah, I know. And I escaped the Seattle weather because of that. I was really sick of that. The rain and the clouds. And I really need the sun. The sun really impacts me on many levels.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we get energy from the sun. We get vitamin D from the sun. We get so much. That red light.
Yes.
I mean, it's so important. So you brought it up. So what is the guilty pleasure, my dear?
Potato chips.
Potato chips. Okay.
That's why don't buy them so much, because if I have them, oh gosh, you can be sure that I go get them and just eat the whole pot.
Yeah. So you like the salty, crunchy, that flavor?
Yes. Yes, I can have a lot of sweets around. I don't care. But if I have potato chips back, I just go for it. Yeah.
Well, we all have our little vice. So
Yeah.
when I want something salty and crunchy, I usually get pork rinds. Like, do you know what those are? Pork skin?
Yeah. Yes. I never had them though.
See, I don't know. I'm on this phase. You know how we kind of like ebb and flow and go through different phases?
Yes. Yeah.
Right now, I'm really into my protein. I'm eating my meat.
Yeah.
And so that's one way I can have meat, but it's crunchy. And, you know, when everybody's having chips and salsa, I'll have those.
Okay,
so
good.
I feel like some are healthier than others. And so I always buy the ones that are, you know, really healthy. So, what about, do you have a favorite quote?
Yes. It's, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got.
Oh, yeah. I put that one. I just wrote a little journal for some women I'm coaching, and I use that one. I love that one.
Yeah, and a few people say that it was Einstein that said that. Other people say that it was Henry Ford, but it's something that I always remind my clients. Because especially the ones that maybe complain about something, right? Oh, I don't get results. I would never do this. I would never achieve that. And I like, okay, yeah, for sure. If we keep doing what you're doing, for sure you won't. You need to change something.
Yeah, if you keep doing what you keep doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So
exactly.
Yep, totally. I hear you on that one. So where can people find you, my dear?
So my website is cristianabiasutta.com. So my name and last name.com. They can find me there. I'm on Facebook too, on Instagram with the same name, and I'm on LinkedIn too. So come and connect with me.
Awesome. Awesome. We will definitely have to do that. And I will put links to all your sites in the show notes page so they can easily find you. And I really recommend they go and take your little happiness quiz.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I can't ever get enough happy, right?
Exactly. Yes.
You're so adorable. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your amazing wisdom and your energy with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for again inviting me, Tracy. It was really good. Thank you.
You're so sweet. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the show today. Please head on over to iTunes, give us a rating and review. And if you know of a great guest that can add some wisdom to help us with our day, please email me at tracy@highenergygirl.com. And for complete show notes, please head on over to highenergygirl.com/podcast. Go out and make it an awesome, happy day, girls. This podcast contains the opinion and thoughts of its host and guests. It is intended to provide helpful and informative material on the subjects covered. All statements made on the podcast have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. If the listener requires professional assistance or advice, please contact your personal medical doctor. Both host and guest specifically disclaim any responsibility for any liability, loss, or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence directly or indirectly of the use and application of any of the contents of these episodes. Like I said, this is my opinion and I could be wrong.